So I'm at BBC Essex this afternoon to talk all about the Willow Foundation and all about the Charity Challenge.
Well, next this afternoon, I am thrilled to have my next guest back in the studio, because the last time he was here was the end of 2016 when we were talking about his book All on Football Trivia. Well, his love of football, he's also an actor, writer, a publisher, and many times in the Guinness Book of Records as well. Is Chris Cowlin. He's back with us. How are you, Chris?
You make me sound great.
Just reading off your Twitter feed. Reads really well.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a busy man, it has to be said. And for those that haven't met you before, you do a lot of work on TV, don't you? And you were just saying to me, the majority of the time, you're either playing a policeman or a prison officer.
Always. I always seem to get these authoritative roles. Police, I seem to, whenever I'm on set, spend half my life in the police uniform. So, it's good fun. It really is. It really is good fun.
And when was the last time we'd have seen you on the screen then? What was the last thing that...
I've done quite a few documentaries which have gone over to America and various other countries. So been doing quite a few documentaries lately.
Yeah, they're big business now, documentaries, aren't they?
Yeah, they seem to sell them to hundreds of countries, and they seem to go and rerun and played over and over again. And yeah.
Because you were in Bond as well. You're a Bond man, aren't you?
Oh, big Bond fan. And when those days of being in Skyfall come up, you know, it's just unbelievable. The scene I was in is the underground. I was actually pushed over by Daniel Craig, of course, plays Bond, and we've done about 8 takes. And the funny thing is the director actually said, or one of the assistant directors said, "Chris, on this last one, can you not go, please?" And I said, "Why is that?" And he said, "Well, you're blocking Daniel." And I turned around and said, "Isn't he in the film enough?" give me my 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's now a 50-odd running time.
But luckily they kept it in.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that is great. Also, you have, as we know from the last time we spoke, you've got this passion for football, and you spend a lot of time at football grounds, and you meet the players. And in fact, I can really recommend your Instagram to people, because on there you see so many of those. And this is where the challenge begins. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing early next month.
The challenge, which starts on the 4th of June, is in aid of the Willow Foundation. I'm going to be visiting all 92 Football League grounds. Now, so many people do this challenge, but the difference of mine, and to my knowledge, this has never ever been done before. When I get to the grounds, I'm going to be running around them.
Right.
It works out to be about two marathons in 12 days, and driving over 3,000 miles. And it's not the running that concerns me, it's the driving. Running, I could run all day long, really enjoy running, run marathons and half marathons before. So, that side of it, really looking forward to.
Yeah, wow. Because I suppose with the running, while you're driving, you've got the time to be able to get your strength back to do the next run, sort of thing.
Yeah. Even
though it doesn't quite work like that, because I like running myself, and I know once you stop, you want to keep stopping.
Exactly.
It's a long way. So the stretch at this, you've got to work this out meticulously, I would have thought, because it's not a long time, 12 days, is it?
It's all worked out. The first day, I'm actually doing 13 grounds. There are some days when I only do 4. It's just due to the locations and the time scales. But yeah, as I say, it's something I'm really looking forward to, and interesting how you said that you're a runner, because I've done a couple of test runs. I've run around Colchester and run around Wembley, and the other day I run around Southampton purely because I was in the area. And it's so funny, because when you run around the ground, I was literally like, "Where's the next one? Let me go again."
Yes.
And it's like a Forrest Gump type thing of, just keep running.
Going, yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
But once I start, I think that I'm really going to enjoy this.
Yes. Let's talk about the Willow Foundation, because that's the money you're raising here, and where it's going to exactly.
The Willow Foundation, they provide special days for seriously ill young adults, aged 16 to 40. Sadly, some people who will fulfil their dream, it will be their last special day. My total now, I'm up to around £2,900, which the initial target that I set was 1,500. So I've nearly doubled that, and the support and everything from everybody around me has just been fantastic. So I'm so grateful for everyone's support.
Fantastic. We'll give out the web address that people need as well in a little while from now. How did you first hear about Willow Foundation?
I'd written a number of books many years ago, and Bob Wilson, another football connection. Bob Wilson, of course, the next Arsenal goalkeeper. He set up the charity with his wife in 1999 with Megs. Sadly, his daughter died of cancer, and this is what the charity come from that. So when I sold a number of copies of my books, I actually donated £1 from each book sale to the charity, and we've had a good working relationship, and I try and help a lot of charities as I've done over the years, and Willow seems to be one of those ones that I keep going back and helping them again and again, and I just think it's a remarkable thing that they do, and I don't think enough charities help people between that age of 16 to 40s. A lot of charities are aimed at either children or the older person, so the one that helped 16 to 40 I thought it was great.
It's amazing, isn't it? And I'm always, when I hear these stories, I'm always, it's unbelievable, that people are in these situations and the grief and coping with all that, and to have these moments, these precious moments, are so important, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
Talking about books as well, I mean, you are a prolific publisher. You're always publishing books. How's that going at the moment? Because you rattle them out, don't you? And that's not demeaning the quality. It's just that you're like a machine of publishing.
It's a lot easier now. Publishing has changed over the years. When I first started my company, we would be printing books, we'd be sending them out, we'd be packing them up, and a lot of the books now are sold by EBooks. So it's all electronic files, so we don't need to hold the stock. So it does allow us to publish a lot more titles per year, and it makes it a lot more sellable and a lot more easy and accessible. Yeah.
So with the rise of ebooks, and it's been a funny old relationship, hasn't it, with the idea of e and I publishing.
Yeah.
Because when it first started, there was a bit of a stumble at the beginning, wasn't there?
Absolutely.
Went, that's not going to work. And people were kind of seeing it as this poor relation. But it strikes me at the moment, and talking to quite a lot of authors on the show, and chatting to quite a lot of publishers, that there seems to be this sort of hand-in-glove attitude that's sort of forming now between the print and the e-word, if you like. And they seem to be working together more. Has that been your experience?
Definitely. I think we did struggle selling volume at first, and it just depends on the person, really. Even people like my mum, that I would never ever have said that she would be reading ebooks. She now downloads books on her iPad, which I'm amazed about. But me myself, I prefer a book in my hand. Even though I sell ebooks, I still prefer the printed book. But it's just each their own.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's great for everyone.
It's funny because the new Stephen King was out yesterday, and I saw it in a shop window. The new Stephen King's out, and to have it in your hand, it's a moment. Like, I've got the new one.
Yeah.
And it's there in your hand. But there's a point that was made just recently, which I'd completely forgotten about, which is when you've got an ebook, and if people have any problems reading when it comes to print size and the use of light, an ebook is ideal for that, isn't it? Because you can, in a way, you can change it however you want. You can change the font, you can change the light, everything.
Yeah.
So that's maybe introducing people to the probably fell out with books and magazines and newspapers and all that because they couldn't read them anymore. So there is that as well. So you're finding that too, that people go for that.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm absolutely amazed that the older generation are now reading so many ebooks as well. So it is something for everybody. A lot of youngsters, if you give them a printed book, they're like, I don't want that. They want to read it on their phone. But a lot of the older people now are downloading ebooks, so it's certainly setting the trend.
Yeah, and with your quiz books particularly, they're sort of meant to be held a bit, aren't they?
Definitely.
Well thumbed
yes.
and
yes.
back and forth.
Yeah, a lot of my books that I write myself, they're meant for fans travelling to games and a bit of banter between friends and family and so forth. And you need that book in your hand to be reading out, and definitely.
And of course, you follow the beautiful game a lot. How are you finding football these days? I mean, it's when you're writing about it and you're visiting these grounds, I mean, it's really expensive to go to football games now, isn't it? I mean, it's massively expensive. Have you noticed that over the years that the crowds are changing slightly?
Definitely, but I think that a year or so ago, the Premier League actually changed the pricing for away fans, so they've capped that at £30. A couple of years ago, I went midweek game Norwich v Spurs. I'm a big Spurs fan, and they charged something like £46 for a midweek game. Now that's capped at £30, which is a lot better for everybody. But it's some grounds it's particularly hard to get tickets.
Yeah.
I'm just a lucky position where I seem to get them and go to every Tottenham match. So
yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? We like to spur you on the show, as it were. Right, let's get down to the details then. This is your chance to support Chris on his quest, and my hat off to you, mate, because I think this is really quite something. If people want to donate, how do they go about doing that?
I've got a Just Giving page, so it's justgiving.com/92 stadiums 12 days.
Simple as that. Go to that and you'll find all the details on there as well, all for the Willow Foundation. So when does it all start?
It starts on Monday the 4th of June.
Wow.
And I'll start at Wembley Stadium. The reason why I'm doing Wembley is that Tottenham actually played at Wembley this season. So their ground's actually being built at the moment. And I then finish on the 15th of June, and then I'm going to pick the kids up from school, and then we're going to run the last ground together at Colchester.
Ah, brilliant.
But I would really like to urge everybody, on the 15th of June, it's going to be about 4 o'clock, and I will welcome and invite everybody to run around Colchester Stadium with me.
Brilliant. And what day is that? That's the...
Friday.
The Friday. Friday the 15th of June, and that will be at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Okay. Tell you what we'll do is, and we'll sort this out off air, but give us a bell when you get to Colchester, and we'll get ready.
Well, you said you were a runner, Tony.
Well, exactly. Fortunately, I'll be actually on air at that point.
Yeah.
What if we can drag the show out? We take the show out. Do the last, just run the last. I remember years ago I did when I was looking at a different station. I did the it was in Malvern, and I did the Malvern 10K. While doing the show.
Oh, right.
And I stopped for and you talk about that stopping and starting, that nearly killed me. The stopping and starting again.
Yeah.
Because you can't run and do a link, really. It's sort of.
we should have both been on running machines here, shouldn't we?
Exactly. Yeah, doing this. I'm keeping out of your way of all your practice as well. So, have you got another run to do today then? Are you all right now?
No, I've been, as I said, I've been doing practice runs here, there, and everywhere, and I'm feeling good about it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Give us that web address again, would you?
It's justgiving.com/92 stadiums 12 days.
Brilliant, Chris. All the very best, mate. So good to see you today.
Thanks
for coming in, mate.
You.
And we'll tweet out a few of those details for you in just a second as well. It's BBC Essex, Chris Cowlin on the ultimate challenge. All those football grounds in just 12 days. Amazing stuff. Holly Hannigan, my special guest tomorrow afternoon. She's playing live.